starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. Appreciate you joining us this morning for this CD Alternative webinar presentation. I'm going to have joining me here momentarily Brett Walderbach with Voya Financial to discuss some of their indexed annuities and the strategies and how we can help clients get much higher rates of returns along with tax deferral than what CDs are offering, even 5-year CDs in this particular market. So again, my name is Logan Ireland. I'm one of the marketers here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Specialize helping out with annuities, but here in CD season, been talking a lot of life insurance as well, and I'm sure we'll be getting into that. So I do again appreciate you taking time out of your morning this morning to attend this. We hope you get some value out of this and give you some ideas that you can either market to prospects and clients out there in the marketplace to bring the CD money in or just to help a client get a better rate. I'll throw some stats out there that I've seen recently and have experienced myself working as an advisor in a bank environment. October is traditionally the second largest CD renewal month of the year. April's usually the first. IRA season, people go in April, do their IRA contributions into the CD at the bank. They usually take the 6-month version. Here we are 6 months later in October. Those CDs are renewing, and this is where our opportunity lies at the moment. The average CD buyer, last time I looked at statistics, would let that same CD stay at the same bank without even rate shopping at all for somewhere between 7 to 9 years. So a lot of these cases, you're going to have to reach out to these clients and make them aware, hey, you've got that CD in the bank just rolling over there, earning you basically nothing, and you're getting a 1099 every year on that nothing. Let's show you some solutions to help you better reach your goals. Whether it's they just want growth and tax deferral. Many clients used to tell me they had their CD money saved back to cover long-term care expenses and hopefully pass on to future generations. So we can do that through insurance products and help keep that out of probate. And in some cases, maybe even make that death benefit tax-free if we use a life insurance solution versus annuity. But we're going to focus on annuities right now in particular, because not every client, even the simplified issue life products, not every client can qualify for that. So some clients just have to get a better rate, and some clients don't want to be in a life product, aren't necessarily concerned about the legacy goal. They just want to have that money there growing, maybe for an emergency. Here's a good solution for us to take a look at. So again, appreciate your time this morning. I'll get on into this. Our Caddies and Casinos trip is coming up in February. You have until December the 31st to get 1.25 million of Athene-only premium in there to qualify for that particular trip. 1.75 million by the end of the year would qualify you and a guest as well at the Four Seasons at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. Our life and annuity academies, we will be having 3 to 4 of these again next year. Just had one a couple of weeks ago over in Des Moines, went over one night, did a presentation, had a chance to talk to the agents and advisors that were there, and you get the same feedback. They love the fact that they can listen from other top producers in the industry, share best practice ideas, hear from the carriers themselves, go into the carrier's back office, take a peek behind the curtain, if you will, and see how that works. But primarily, it's a way for you to learn new marketing strategies to grow your business and better best practices for you to grow your business and make your business more profitable. That's where we see the main value coming from the Life and Annuity Academies. And we'll be, if you're interested, we'll have a poll here that I'll launch at the end of the webinar, and you can say you're interested. We'll reach out to you the next time we do have Life and Annuity Academies announced, which will be sometime in the spring of 2017. Paperless contracting. Here's a way for us to help you save a lot of time. I just mentioned I used to be an advisor in a bank. When I first took that position, I spent the very first day doing nothing but filling out contracting paperwork. And of course, after I left there and went to work for a carrier, 6 months later, I got all kinds of termination letters. The termination letters you don't have to worry about, but where we can save you time is with the paperless contracting, what we call our agent data packet. We'll keep that information on file, and we can contract you with 98% of the carriers we work with. There's still a couple carriers out there where you'd have to fill out their contracting paperwork or maybe go into their website and do it, but a vast majority of the others, we can just do what we call electronic contracting, send all that information that we keep on the agent data packet to them digitally, get you contracted, expedite that process, and again, save you some time and hassle of having to fill out more paperwork as an agent. Easy Money Now, our refer producer program. So you refer another agent or producer to us, we're going to help you for that. Thank you for that. As I'm sure, if you're out there asking for referrals and personal production, those are very valuable. If you can get a client to refer someone else to you and they end up becoming a client, that is one of the easiest things to do marketing wise. The advisors and agents that I've seen have very successful practices over the year have a very successful referral process in place. We're just using that same model here. If you're working with an agent or an advisor out there and you believe we could provide them the same value we provide to you, please introduce them to us and we will reward you for that. $50 when you refer them, when they contract, $100 when they do their first piece of business, and a 20 basis point override on the amount that they produce. So it is a very good deal for you to refer business to us. And then another way we can help you with your marketing efforts is for every $100,000 in single premium life and indexed annuity premium that you submit through our office and gets issued and paid, we're going to put $200 back in marketing reimbursement for you. So what that means is if you go out and spend $400 on marketing, send us your receipt for the $400. You've done $100,000 in production with us. We're going to send you a marketing reimbursement check for $200 to help cover half of your marketing expenses in that instance. The Annuity Alternative, single premium life, different carriers, different products, different solutions. This is one that I'm seeing being very popular right now in CD season. As I mentioned earlier, many clients would tell me they had their CD money saved back for long-term care expenses with the hope of leaving it to future generations. In most states, these single premium life products have long-term care benefits built into the accelerated death benefit rider. Where your clients can't qualify for that, we can go with the annuity. But if their goal is to mitigate their long-term care risks, pass a legacy on to their beneficiaries as tax efficiently as they possibly can, this is where we're going to use the single premium life in the states where it has those benefits built into the accelerated death benefit rider. It is, in most cases, simplified issue, no paramed exam, no physical. It's a telephone interview. In some cases, a carrier may request the attending physician statement, but we're normally going to have an answer within 48 hours whether or not that client would get that product issued to them. And then there's always the pre-screening questions, the knockout questions, if you will, to help you save time on whether or not that client or prospect might be a good candidate for single premium life or not. All right, so there's the end of the slideshow. Now with that, I'm going to hand the presentation over to Brett.
All right, waiting for that to come over here. Thank you, Logan. Really appreciate it. Again, while we get this transition, welcome everybody. Again, my name is Brett Walterbach, and really appreciate getting another opportunity to share with you guys some ideas to help you hopefully grow your business during, like Logan said, the second largest CD opportunity in our business here. So able to see the presentation okay so far, Logan? Is that coming across?
Yes.
All right, excellent. Excellent. So real quick disclosure here, and I just want to give you kind of a little bit of who we are. If you haven't jumped on any other presentations we've had an opportunity to give on here, Voya Financial, all U.S.-based company if you kind of go back and follow our time horizon. So we were ING U.S., went public a couple of years ago, 6,500 employees nationwide. So you can track our annuity business all the way back to our days of Equitable of Iowa. So we have over 13 million customers and 225,000 points of distribution and over 450 billion in assets under management with all the different product lines that we have under the Voya companies. So why are ratings so high? So ratings allow us, or really allow the consumer to understand the financial strength of the company that they are looking to place their assets with. That's definitely one of the things that I want to highlight here. We definitely have a strong financial rating. As you know, I said we went public, back in 2014. So we've had a ratings increase already last year in short time as a standalone U.S.-based company. And this really is going to allow your clients to know of our abilities to make the guarantees and the financial obligations that are backing those contracts. So some of the top concerns, that clients are dealing with in the industry right now, as they're looking to grow them, use them for retirement, pass those along to their heirs. There's worry about outliving their income assets, potential, loss of the principal, the worries of market fluctuation, and the low rate environment, which is, really equaling low returns on some of their accounts and potentially high fees as well. So some of the opportunities that we're going to provide with, the annuity solutions, they have the ability to get that guaranteed income. Annuities always offer the two big P's, principal, protection, and potential growth of that principal as well. So protection and potential are those two big P's that we can really help out with, provide some stability with those growth opportunities, and no fees or even low fees if they're looking at lifetime income benefits. So the solutions that we offer, here's just a quick snapshot here. I'm not going to go through and read these to you. We've covered a lot of these products over the last couple of months. What we're going to focus on today is our short-term solutions that are strong CD alternatives, or our mid-term solutions that are also strong solutions. So our short-term products that have been really attractive, for clients that are looking to just get out of that, money sitting in the sidelines in these CDs. They're not really doing anything for them. One-year CDs averaging right now 30 basis points. Unless it's IRA money, it's not tax deferred, so they're getting the 1099 of that, so they might be grossing, maybe 18, 19 basis points. So with our short duration products, we're going to provide them some modest growth opportunity. Just our minimum guarantees around our fixed account bucket are outperform every year, the national average on a one-year CD. They have the ability to continue to put money inside of there. Our Quest 5 offers a guaranteed return of premium during the surrender period. So for no fee, just an opportunity cost on the pricing of the product from cap spreads in the fixed account, as well as giving them some market-linked performance without actually participating in an equity market. So here's a nice front and back solution that we have around the Quest 5. So with a fixed rate of 1.5%, you have the opportunity to essentially split that to come out ahead. Put a portion of the assets into that fixed account for a client. So the scenario here on the page 2 is you have Laura, who's 62 years old. She's got $100,000 in a maturing CD and is just tired of the lack of performance and being taxed on it each and every year. So she wants some higher yield, but doesn't want to put any principal at risk. So that solution is put that $100,000 in a Quest 5. So we're going to guarantee that $50,000 of that is going to earn 1%. So it's going to net a 0.5% return on all the assets. And then she has the ability to participate in an index, whether it's the S&P 500 cap, monthly average spread, volatility control strategy, to get some greater upside potential. And you look back in March where the national average was even down a little bit more than what it is today, 0.28%. So already we're almost doubling the yield that the CD is providing. Plus she has a no-risk benchmark to an equity portfolio that can help her continue to get some more growth. Excuse me. For our midterm solutions, we have the Quest 7, the Wealth Builder 8, and the Wealth Builder Plus. So if you've seen our rate communication and have talked to Logan since we announced that last Wednesday, the Quest 7 and the Wealth Builder Plus have some of the strongest fixed rates on a one-year basis right now. Quest 7 is at 2.5% first year, and the Wealth Builder Plus is 2.6%. Much stronger accumulation potential. So Wealth Builder Plus has the ability to derive some income out of there if they're looking for ways to hedge inflation, maybe from where some income dollars are coming from, where they might not need it, but they like the kind of the dual threat of that contract design. That's a really nice solution. So all these, again, are going to be principal protected and have some better upside when you look at just that guaranteed fixed account. So let's take a look at another sales idea inside of a midterm solution. Same marketing concept that we had, same type of client, but now she wants more than just, the 1.25%. Well, prior to that rate announcement, we had a published rate of 2.4% on the Wealth Builder Plus. But we also have the best equity cap with that CD or with that story as well in the Wealth Builder Plus. It's now up to 6%, 2.6. So again, if we just took half of the assets, that $50,000 over $100,000, we'd put it in. Right now, it's 1.3%. So with that national average again, around this was in February on this marketing piece, 27 basis points. We're over 200, 300% of what that's offering on a net return inside of there. Plus, you can get equity performance now with the updated rates up to 6%. So much better opportunity for your client. Tax deferral. Now she also has a lifetime pension that she can pull out of the CD as well if there's income needs on there. If not, you don't want to utilize a solution like that, go back to the Quest 7 or the Wealth Builder 8, where on the Quest 7 we have a higher fixed rate at 2.5%. And then here's just a snapshot again of all the different strategies that these index annuity products will have in that short-term, mid-term solution. So a volatility control strategy, which is great in a bull market with low to moderate volatility. So that's a pretty good snapshot of where we are today. Monthly average, so use a little bit different language, fluctuating bull market. That's just a fancier way of saying low to moderate volatility. Those strategies are extremely popular right now. Spreads have just been decreased with our rate announcement. So that's great on the Quest 7, Quest 5 solutions. So for clients that just like, a little bit easier strategy, for a nice, steadily increasing or even a slow market, that point-to-point cap or even the performance trigger, those are available on the Wealth Builder. The point-to-point cap is going to be also available for you on the Quest family as well. We have the monthly cap for that bull market that's increasing each month. We're not in those market conditions right now, but that's definitely where they're going to perform the best, and you have the ability to pick and choose at each contract year. And then we have our opportunistic strategy, which we covered a couple weeks ago around the interest rate benchmark. So the time is now for this strategy. So the 3-month LIBOR is what we're benchmarking. It's got a nice, slow and steady rising rate. It typically moves 1 to 2 basis points every other day. And with our 900% participation of that index in the Wealth Builder Plus, there's some real good opportunity with that 10% cap for your clients to get some additional growth to take advantage of rising rate environment. Plus, of course, we're always going to give them that fixed guaranteed rate as well. And if you have clients, maybe they're not even looking for CD alternatives, but they're looking to get money just off the sidelines in general. They've been sitting in cash or money markets, trying not to lose anything, and they have fears that if they take that 10, 15, 20, or even worse into the 30 to the 50% loss, they can't recoup from that. They don't have the time horizon on their side. Then it's definitely a time to take a look at some of the annuity solutions and show them where that fixed guaranteed opportunity. We're going to put a portion of those assets there and give you that nice short-term conservative solution or even mid-term with a 7 to 8 year product as well. So again, where you want to look for these, obviously CD clients, CD clients, CD clients, that's low-hanging fruit right now. But also don't forget about those clients or those prospects you're working with that are approaching retirement or even in retirement and still looking for some safer growth. What are they doing for their safe money solutions? Or those naturally conservative investors, that when you go back to that slide where we talked about the math of market downturns, if you lose 11% or 10%, you need 11 just to recoup all your money back to get to even. So if you don't have that type of risk appetite anymore, now's the time to start looking at some of these solutions. Again, CD clients' money is not anywhere near keeping up, and that's just sitting on the sideline, and they're just letting that renew 7 to 9 years. Help them out. That's a cry for help. They just don't know of any other better solutions, and we definitely have something for you. And again, they don't have the time to recover from any significant losses. That's when you want to start talking to them about some of these Voya solutions. So where you can find all the marketing pieces, you can order some of the marketing pieces. Definitely call Logan and his team there. They can help you out. Or feel free to go to the Voya Producer Resource Center. So this has got everything you're going to need to know about the Voya solutions. All the marketing pieces are there. I'm going to switch out of the presentation here and show you the updated piece on the Quest 7. That's a great piece. That's a one-pager to take to your clients around the great fixed rate that we have right now at 2.5%. But also client videos, product-specific training. So Logan can help you get contracted with us with their paperless contracting. But then you want to make sure that you've taken our product training. You want illustrations. It's all right inside there for you. You want to get registered on the Voya for Professionals so you can do your apps online with us. This is the place to be. It's www.voyaproducerresourcecenter.com. So real quick here, I'm going to jump out of the presentation. And this is the marketing piece that I wanted to show you. I hope this is coming across okay as we've made that transition. But if you have clients that are sitting in the sidelines or in low interest rate CDs, definitely is an opportunity to give you a boost. So this is not a MIGA product. So it is a fixed index annuity with an annual reset on every strategy, and that includes the fixed rate. Fixed rate is priced year in and year out, but it has some guarantees wrapped around it. The worst that's ever going to be is 1%, contractually bound. It'll never be less than 1%. So if you take a look at the national 1 year, right now it's 30 basis points is the average, 30 basis points. So on $100,000, that's going to earn them, essentially $1,500. We'll just round down, $1,500 over 5 years, and they're receiving a $10.99 each and every year on the earnings. 5-year CD, a whopping 81 basis points. That's the national average. So $4,116 plus a 1099 at the end of the 5 years. So, not great solutions, really low rates. So we can give them guaranteed 2.5% first year. No market conditions need to change whatsoever. That's the rate we're offering right now. And it's promised when it renews, it'll never be less than 1%. So that's what we illustrate going forward. We're just going to show you our contractual guarantee. So we can show you our renewal history and what we've done in the past. But if you even just go to that contractual 1%, years 2 through 5, just to match up with the 5-year CD, we're outperforming that 1-year CD by 400%. So, and an extra 2,000, 150% more almost than, the 5-year CD. So give your clients something a little bit better for them. Tax deferral in there as well. So we definitely have a piece out there partnered with Legg Mason that shows them the power of tax deferral and how long it would take their money to double with tax deferral versus non-tax deferral. And then also they'll have 2 more years of that guaranteed minimum 1% as well. And if they need to take some money out of there, they have liquidity. How much liquidity is offered out there in a 5-year CD? If they need to take money out year 3, how much can they have access to? So, and I know that's a trick question because there isn't any liquidity. You either break the CD early and forgive your interest, or you just leave it be. We're going to give them access to 10% each year based off their accumulation value. So if they do need some money out of there, they have access to it. So again, this is a popular marketing piece that is in the Voya Producer Resource Center. If you'd like to order that, or if you'd like to go online, that's definitely available for you, and we can get those to you as quickly as next day if need be. So with that, that's going to wrap up my presentation today, and I'm going to kick it back over to Logan, but thank you so much for your time and attention today again.
All right, thank you, Brett. Appreciate that, and I will take this back over here. Again, a great opportunity out there for you agents and advisors that have meetings set up all month long. Again, you can't beat this drum hard enough. Let those clients know you can help them with this CD money much better reach their goals than the bank ever will in the current interest rate environment. So I'm going to start by launching a few polls here. And first poll I'm going to launch is if you'd like to be contracted with Voya. If you'd like to get contracted with Voya here, please just click yes, click no. Whether you're interested or not interested, just be direct. I always say be direct, be polite, and everybody will be cool. So if you're interested in getting contracted with Voya, yes or no, either way, indicate that, and I'll reach out and follow up with you, get you our agent data packet for the paperless contracting, again, in an effort to save you time. Because that's the one thing, I look back at my personal production and agency ownership days, time management is the number one thing that's on your mind. Marketing for new business is the number 2 thing. And you work the time management so that you can maximize that green time to market and close those prospects and clients. So we're doing everything we can here on our end to help you manage your time and help you get more clients and prospects in the door and have more green meeting time with those folks. But with Voya, again, you've got some great solutions available for many different clients and prospects, whether they're looking for growth and deferral, looking for a CD alternative, looking for some income. Great solutions are available for you. That 6% cap available on the Wealth Builder, that is truly outstanding. And that 2.5% rate, the first year guaranteed rate on that Voya Quest 7. I'm going to be surprised if we don't see some agents and advisors out there having success with that product as just a growth alternative or as the CD alternative itself. All right, so looks like just about everyone has had a chance to vote as to whether or not you'd like to get contracted with Voya at this point in time. So I'm going to close that poll down, and let me bring up the other poll here. All right. Next, Annuity Alternative, the single premium indexed universal life, also a good CD alternative. As I said, from my experience working in a bank, a lot of clients would tell me when I'd ask them, why do you have the CD money saved here? It's there for an emergency. It's there if one or both of us have to go into the nursing home, but ideally we'd like to leave it to the kids or the grandkids. Couldn't tell you how many times, at a very high percentage, that was the reply I would get to that answer about that client's CD. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Client, you said you want it for an emergency. The Quest 5, I believe you said, was return a premium product. So same thing as a CD. The client goes in to cash the CD out early before it matures. They're going to forfeit all their interest and get the dollar amount they started with. Return a premium product work the same way, whether it be the Quest 5, whether it be one of the single premium life products that has return a premium built into it. Client's going to get all their premium back, not surrender charges, not eating into their principal at all. So it works very similar in a CD in that regard. Also, there are free withdrawal provisions available in annuities. There's free withdrawal provisions available in the single premium indexed universal life products. There's also loans that can be taken from the single premium indexed universal life products. Then nonetheless, knowing how these solutions work and asking those clients those questions, finding out what their demand is, and then supplying that demand. Sometimes, you got to educate it back to them to overcome their objection. There's a lot of fear, and if you'll recall, we've had the webinars on fear and greed. You can always go back and review those. They are on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/IAMS Inc. You can go back and review the Voya webinars on fear and greed to kind of polish yourself back up there to be ready to overcome those fear objections that those clients are going to have about going away from the bank. One objection I would hear all the time, well, it's FDIC insured, they would say. Well, yeah, okay, what is the I? And you just said insured as well, and you think that's better than an insurance carrier. A lot of these clients had either experienced the depression firsthand or were born shortly after the depression. And the federal government came out with the FDIC to get people's money out from under their mattress back into the banks. All right, we all know that, we all understand that, and people thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. What most clients didn't understand, and I'd ask them these follow-up questions. I'd ask them, how many banks failed during the Depression? And most never knew exactly. They would say, oh, a whole bunch. Yeah, it was over 2,000. Over 2,000 banks failed during the Depression. Then I'd ask them, all right, Mr. and Mrs. Client, how many insurance carriers failed during the Depression? They would answer, oh, a bunch. No, Mr. and Mrs. Client, not one insurance carrier failed during the Depression. The insurance carriers were actually more liquid and more solid than the banks were all throughout the Depression and that recovery. So it's just a matter of educating these folks, overcoming those fears to let them know, hey, we can use an annuity as a CD alternative and get you higher interest rates with tax deferral, or we can use a single premium life solution, get you a 12% bonus, get you higher tax deferred growth on that money than the CD can do, and also provide you, in states where it's offered, long-term care protection should you ever need it, and absolutely be able to provide a tax-free legacy to your beneficiaries. And in both cases, whether we go annuity or single premium life, we're avoiding probate. We're getting that money straight to the beneficiaries. The community doesn't need to know about it. Judges and lawyers aren't going to get involved and take a skim off the top of it there. These are two of the best solutions for legacy planning and estate planning available out there today, our insurance products, because the contract does help us, again, avoid probate. So, again, we'll get you out some information on the single premium life as the alternative, and follow up with you there. I've got, information on our Life and Annuity Academy. Again, we'll be having the Life and Annuity Academies coming up next year. 3 to 4 of them is the preliminary indication right now. Once those dates are selected, our marketing team will be reaching out to you, giving you those dates, providing you that information on the upcoming Life and Annuity Academies when we do have those available. And again, it's an opportunity for you as an agent or advisor to sit down with other top producers around the country, share best practice ideas, hear from marketers such as myself that talk with multiple top producers around the country every day, and we're able to share some best practice ideas with you, share some great marketing and strategies and ideas with you, and how we can assist you with your marketing efforts here. We have a great creative and marketing team here at IAMS, Matt Neal, Adam Bialis. If you want to get serious about going after some CD money, we have some marketing pieces that we've customized for our contracted agents. You can mail out postcards. We can customize pieces for you just to email out via PDF. If you want to get into newspaper advertising or even radio and television advertising, Matt Neal's been helping some agents and advisors out with different forms of advertising and marketing in their particular market areas. So if you're interested in figuring out a way to grow your revenues, increase your marketing efforts, reach out to us and we can discuss the many different ways we can help you do that. Website setup, social media marketing, just about anything you can think of to reach out to clients and prospects, let them know you can provide a better service for them and better meet their goals than the bank can. All right, going to go ahead and close that one out for the time being now. A lot of people interested in that. Do appreciate your interest in the Academy, and again, it is a great way for you to up your game. Now, with the Department of Labor ruling that has been announced, it's starting to appear more and more that if one wants to remain independent, they're going to have to be a fiduciary. They're going to have a fiduciary's designation of some sort. So it's either a Series 65, a CFP. There's some other designations out there that would qualify one for it. States like Kansas, if you took a certain securities test at some point in time, you're grandfathered in and can be an IAR. So reach out to Charles Hiring Jr. here in our office if you are interested in obtaining your Series 65 and becoming an investment advisor representative. Here at IAMS, we are going to be launching a registered investment advisor firm. We're hoping to have that moving along a little further here in November and be able to provide you some more information on it then and be up and running hopefully shortly after the first of the year. But again, for more detailed information on becoming an investment advisor representative, getting your Series 65, reach out to Charles R. Hiring, or Charles Jr. He's technically not junior, but our founder, Charles Hiring, his son has joined us and is helping get the launch on this RIA firm. Well, I do appreciate everyone's time this morning. Always appreciate you taking time. This is your green time. This is time where you're meeting your clients and you're trying to get ink to paper, and that's what generates your revenue and helps your clients meet their long-term financial goals. So appreciate you taking time out of your morning to do this with me today. I will be following up with you if you attended, especially if you had questions. I did see a couple of questions here. Yes, we'll have a copy of this presentation and this information. Brett did show you the Voya website where you can go in and download a lot of that information yourself and use that then to market to your clients and prospects. That is going to be available. And IAMS is the acronym Insurance Agency Marketing Services, to answer someone else's question. So again, I appreciate everyone's time this morning. Hope you all got a great deal of value from this, and I will be reaching out to you and following up. In the meantime, have a great day. Happy selling.